rhythm, rhythm, and harmony, appearing as an experience traced, offering the possibility for all to find, for all to find the joy of a harmonic basis called being, being, being.
Hello, dear friends. We'd like to start with explaining and speaking about what we mean by life and living. It is a delineation that our teacher, Kenneth George Mills, imparted to us, and it has been really helpful and clarifying on our journey. So living, we could think of living as what we do every day. Our relationships, our food, our money, our play, our creations, our going out, our entertainment, everything that goes on, all the events that go on, all the circumstances. Life is different. Life is something that is like a felt sense of aliveness, of awareness of being alive, of being present. And that has been with us all our lives. It is said that people have to know the difference between the real and the unreal. And the real is something that has never changed. This sense of aliveness, this sense of presence, the sense of awareness, the sense of being has been with us since we were born. It is always there. It is not the content. Living is the content of this experience. But the experience of self, of life, is always present.
So what Victoria is talking about, what we're introducing, is an awesome, awesome presence, life with a capital L. And if you look for the definition of life in a dictionary, in Gemini, ChatGPT, you will find a listing of attributes of the qualities of life, but the admission that it is incomplete and cannot be fully defined. Perhaps the best way to approach life with a capital L is through the sense of wonder. It's through the feeling, which I think, Victoria, you were pointing to. It's the feeling of something magnificent, incomprehensible. It's the feeling one gets when looking at a coral reef with its endless variety of fish and decoration. It's the feeling of wonder at a sunset when the question arises, what could have originated this?
And living is a lot of work. Living is really hard, and living on earth, you have to get the memo. You have to get the memo of what goes on here. But living is always striving. It is the future. It's looking for results. It's transformation. It's improvement. It's development. But life does not have those demands. Life does not have those demands. Life is as it is, and it embraces us in all different forms of everything that's going on. It's a living is like a kaleidoscope of extravaganza. It's like the agony and the ecstasy and the broken and the ugly and the desperate and the hopeful. It's just an amazing, amazing, amazing panorama. But life holds all of that. Life embraces us with love.
And it's that love that I feel when I play with my cat, Obi. Because when we play And I am so immersed in the playing and in the joy of playing. And I hear a laughter, and I don't know where the laughter is coming from. I don't know if it's me. Perhaps the cat is laughing. Perhaps God is laughing. That is the joy of being alive, of playing. And I'm not even there as Ron. So perhaps there we're beginning to approach, to experience the experience of life as play.
And we want to bring this to you because we said about living the creative life. Our daughter said, "Oh, you're a creative mom and dad. You're so creative. You live a creative life." But everybody lives a creative life. It does that had nothing to do with painting or being an artist or being a chef or being some artistic creation. It isn't. The creative life is in every moment. And that is the beauty in it. It's not what the mind says. The living is always, I haven't done enough. I have to do more. The world is in a bad place. I have to accept it or I have to fix it. It just goes on and on. Life creates all sorts of philosophies. Oh my God. It has history and her story, and it puts it into all sorts of strategies and things that are happening, the epics, the yugas, and it all beautiful because it is all coming from the source. And what it comes from is something that is always present, unchanging, infinite. It's something that cannot be touched. It's something that cannot be seen because it's so close. The Upanishads say it's closer than breath.
So the life that we're talking about with a capital L is the evidence of the source and its manifestation as creativity, as newness, and as a delight that we ourselves take in creation, in being new.
I love it when you talk like that.
Opening to the infinite potential. We are way more than our minds allow us to believe. We are something magical and mystical and just incredibly awesome. But it is only our heart that can open us to that. It is only through the heart that we can see who we are, remember who we are, and then just leave behind all the rest that is not us, that is dross. Behind me is the Temple of Delphi. And those who entered the temple would see written above on the lintel, "Know thyself." And that has, for myself, been my guiding light, my North Star, my compass. It is that looking within and asking, who am I? And why? And who am I becoming? And what is it that I do that is in service to my becoming? So let us just feel into that for ourselves. You can close your eyes if you haven't already, and just feel in with your heart. Feel into that temple of your soul, the heart, the center of your being, the all of your being. And just allow yourself to see yourself perhaps as a flower that is blooming now for the first time ever, in the first spring that ever was or will be. And just feel yourself opening to the light, the sunlight, and feel yourself just allowing your beauty, your wonder, your grace to just be expressed, to be felt, to be seen, to be integrated in all the other beauty that is around you. And just feel into who is this beautiful being. And allow yourself to open to its infinite creativity and potential. And perhaps you are that infinite potential, potentiating beauty and love that will last forever. And your voice, your song, your vibration will be heard through the ages, will be seen and be felt, will be experienced. For you have opened to this infinite potential and allowed it to find expression through your being, through your beingness. Just take a moment now to feel in to your beauty, to your wonder, to your majesty, to your magnificence, to your essence, to who you really are. It may be a word, a feeling, an image. And allow yourself to just let this word or feeling or image be your touchstone as you begin to leave this moment into your next. Carry with you the love that you have just experienced. Let it permeate you. Let it be a seed that grows. Let it be all that you feel and experience. You are an infinite being of great creativity, potentiating beauty, love, and goodness. Peace be with you.
Welcome. Welcome. I'd like to start with some thoughts on life with a capital L, creativity, and art and poetry in particular. We don't know what life is. Life is an energy, it's a force. We have not been able to create it. We certainly know what its qualities are. But at best, up to now, we move it around. We take things which are living and change form, combine them into new combinations. But life remains a mystery. And anyone, any human being looking around, seeing the incredible diversity, the color, the plenitude of life's manifestations, a coral reef, butterflies, human beings, would feel wonder, What is it? That is the source of it. Where does it come from? What is the fantastic intelligence that not only manifests the diversity, but the order, the beauty, the elegance of it, that can even be represented by a mathematical equation? So, whatever it is, the creativity is awesome. And we are part of it. We are alive and somehow are created and representative of life with a big L. Art. Always, always in the history of humanity, there is always the need, I'm calling it a need, the impulse to represent the beauty of life, of creativity, from hands thousands of years old in a cave to the shape of a building or to a painting, which becomes great when it points beyond the medium itself to the source, to the wonder that makes us look beyond the appearance and feel the light, the beauty, the immensity of the impulse that the artist successfully transmitted. Before I share some of my poetry, I would like to say a few words from the very beginning of the poetic, what should I call it, flood that happened about 15, 16 years ago. It was miraculous in its appearance. It came all at once in response to a very deep request. I was sick and tired of my prose writing, and I didn't know where to go. And so I asked deeply, and it came. And the assignment from the very beginning of its coming was write about what is called the spiritual journey. Write about the recognition, the insights, the intuition of that manifestation. And that's what happened. That's what everything is about. And so the poetry is a catalog of this particular unfoldment of this individual. And I clearly and certainly hope that you can share, enjoy, and perhaps even see the light of what is included in these poems. I do not know who I am when they come in the creative experience itself. It is a form of partnership to which I somehow, not wanting it to leave unnamed, as we humans love to do, is name everything. I called it the muse. I called it you. I called it it, and so on. So I would like to share some of my poems with you. And what you're looking at is the title of a third book of poetry entitled Just Looking. The first one was Unaccustomed Looking. The second, Forever's Looking. And now we're just looking. So, as you know, gratitude has been a central element in opening up the creative flow for me. So here is a poem, Sacred Wonder, and it speaks to the mystery of the gratitude that we feel. It seems to be very dual in nature. The soul, overwhelmed by gratitude, knows not where to place its tribute, knows no object on which its light shines, knows not how far its love's embrace extends. It simply holds silence in awe, in wonder. One of the chapters in the new book is called Poor Poet. And what it deals with is the fact that the poet of all artists has to put into words, images, what is essentially unexpressible. And so at the end of the day, the poet looks back and says, what have I captured from this silence? The days keep, like a poor fisherman casting his net into a sea of silence, trying to earn his keep by the day's catch. Oh, the net strains with silence's endless abundance, which in its generosity urgently whispers, take more, take more. And sometimes it's not all peace, happiness, and realization. Sometimes it's just an overflowing emotion. War, and I should say Cerberus in the first stanza, is the three-headed dog that guards the gates of hell. Cerberus breaks its chains and roams the world free. The gates of hell left open, unattended. Innocents flee. Scales are polished. Who is right? Who is wrong? And war smiles. Heroes are created, holidays established, graveyards expanded, grass flourishes to cover freshly turned soil. And war smiles. I studied Latin, and over the chapel lectern in my school, boldly written large, Dulce et decorum est, pro patria mori, the names of fallen classmates engraved below. And war smiles. The bands, brass courage, drums beat their steady, unopposed invitation to dark places within. Organ music pacifies with promise of better places. And war smiles. For a cosmic second, evolution abruptly halts, looking for a way to continue. But a growing number stand fast, digesting the pain of incomprehensible acts of brothers and sisters, and call on the power of one with a trust unshaken in the light and love essence of every human soul. Their petition unwavering, unceasing, and war stops smiling. As I mentioned, the poems are immediate. They occur in the moment. They are a result of presence, of wonder, of something overflowing, the feeling, the recognition, the smile, and a poem results. This is about playing with my cat late at night after it's had dinner and it wants to play. That's its schedule. And suddenly, as I'm playing with the cat, I hear this incredible laughter. Innocence. I hope God is watching as I play with my cat, Obi. Such innocent joy, laughter, like a baby's belly being tickled, or a brand new universe just created. Whenever I play with the cat, he won't stop stalking me. He sees the opportunity and he won't stop. Grace is like that. Any opening, and it pounces. And so I would like to share with you a bit of my process in a few minutes. Let's share what we can. Find yourself wherever you are in the present moment. Grab a neighboring paper and pen. I'll give you a second or two to go look for it. And while you're looking for it, because we want to create a poem, if we can, yours or a favorite one, Rumi perhaps, you never know, and to put it in the center of the page so that later on Victoria can show you how she doodles around it, this fantastic decoration, a collaboration of the two together. Look around you. What do you see? What do you love? What brings forth feeling in you that can overflow into a poem? Is it an object like perhaps a wine bottle, a flower, a petal of the flower that promises its fragrance, if you care? And start writing on that piece of paper. There is no right, there is no wrong. There is just your presence, which is the beauty to the scene, which is the poet to the scene. And begin to write. And if you can, do it rhythmically. What I that introduce some rhythm to it, some cadence. It doesn't have to rhyme. It may not. But let's see what you finally end up with and have it ready for Victoria's incredible decoration. Just a snippet. I wish you well on your poeticizing, which is a word that doesn't exist. I just looked it up.
Hello, my name is Irina and I'll take you through a quick yoga sequence in order to activate your creative self. Yoga helps our creativity to flow. Moving your body fluidly can be an artistic expression itself, but yoga actually increases and directs the flow of prana, our life force, in order to stay creative, not just in our chosen creative expression, but also in our everyday lives. So the following sequence will quickly activate prana or the life force and also help us move that energy throughout our body. So let's begin. So we'll start in a seated position, whichever seated position is most suitable for you. I have one leg in front of the other. You can have legs crossed or you can even have legs out. You can even sit on a cushion or yoga block. Hands on top of your knees, spine is upright, shoulders are down and relaxed. We're going to start moving in a circular motion. So as we inhale, we're going to go from right to left as we exhale, coming around. Inhaling right to left, exhaling around. We'll do 10 of these circles on each side. You're going to try and focus on your breathing. synchronizing your breath with the movement. Okay, we have 3 more on this side, right to left, then around. Then we'll change the direction, left to right and around. And this is slowly going to activate or to stir up our life force, our prana. And 3 more on this side, left to right and around, left to right and around, last one. Okay, take the left leg out or right, it doesn't matter. I had the left leg in front of me, so I'm taking the left leg out. You're gonna point your toes, so the leg goes slightly out to the side. Pointing your toes, take the right hand behind you. I'm gonna do a little lift here, so engaging your abdomen, having your spine upright. Relying on the strength in your right arm. We're going to take a deep breath in as we breathe out. We're going to lift the hips off the ground. Do the best that you can. Open the chest. Open your heart center. Hold it for a few breaths. And then releasing. We'll then repeat the same on the other side, taking the right leg out to the side, pointing the toes, left leg stays in, left hand behind you. Take a deep breath in, turn on your core, work with your abdomen and the strength in your left arm, and lift the hips, opening your chest. So often these asymmetrical poses actually sending the signal into our brain that we're doing something differently, that we're doing something new, out of ordinary, that we're doing something creative. All right, we're going to make our way up into the standing poses. I'm going to start on the left side, so I'm still facing the camera. So take the left foot forward, adjusting your right foot flat onto the mat approximately 90 degrees, bending your left knee and bringing your arms out to the side, shoulder level, coming into the warrior 2 on the left. Coming into reverse warrior, we're going to inhale, shift as we exhale, dropping your right arm, raising your left, leaning towards the back of your mat or towards your right leg. Then coming into the extended side angle, bending that left knee again. Rest your left elbow on top of your left leg. Bring the right arm over if you can, so you again and further opening the side of your body. If this is too challenging, you can simply keep your arm up. Then we're gonna make these 3 poses into a little dance or very slow and fluid flow of your body, therefore moving the energy fluidly throughout your entire body. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale and exhale. This side is done. Let's move on to the right side. Right foot forward, left foot back, again 90 degrees. Lunging your right knee, taking arms out to the side, shoulder level, looking over your right arm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Warrior 2, reverse. Start releasing back into the extended side angle. Warrior 2, reverse, release, and into the extended side angle. One more. Warrior 2, reverse, inhale, start releasing, exhaling, extended side angle. We're going to quickly turn towards the right foot. Runner's lunge, just enough so we can transition properly. Drop the right knee, left knee, then the right knee, drop to one side. You can come back into a seated position when you're ready. Again, placing hands on top of your knees, spine is upright, shoulders are relaxed. Close your eyes. Focusing on your slow and deep breaths in and out of your belly. Just taking a few more moments, allowing these energies to integrate properly. You can then open your eyes, bring hands to your heart. Thank you for doing this quick sequence with me. May your life stay creative, full of happiness and joy in that creativity. Namaste.
Hello, dear friends. Living the creative life. Let's talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to show you what you could do with the poem that I hope you downloaded the poem on a piece of paper. If not, you could do it another time. But once again, we're saying here now that living creatively is a doing that, we do, that we, as human beings do. We're creative beings. But that creativity that we are doing comes from what we're calling life. I want you to think of a much bigger perspective, because what is that life? The life that lives us. The life lives us. That just aliveness, the palpable sense of being, the palpable sense of existence, the palpable sense of being present. Just the way things are, just being present, just being aware in this moment. And what is it that we have been aware since we can imagine? We're always aware. It has never changed. The content of our awareness has changed. Yeah, we are aware of different things. We're aware of, as our brain grows, we are aware of many different things and content. But the awareness itself, the life behind it, has never changed. And our creativity comes from that life. One time, Ron and I were redoing our kitchen. You can kind of see it back here. We opened up some spaces. And when we opened up the space and they took everything out, we looked at it and we were like stunned. We said, wow, look at this space. And then look at this space. Because, for example, where we live is just in space. We're in space. We have it just contained by walls, contained by walls, so that it would be safe for our body and the way we exist. But there's all this space. So it's really interesting in living a creative life to say, how do we fill that space? Sometimes too much, sometimes haphazardly. It's the most beautiful thing, space. It's infinite. Infinite. So Ron and I said, oh boy, when we begin to fill this space again, we're going to be much more mindful. So that's what we're creating. We are so creative. Human beings are so creative. as I'm going to show you in doodling, which is just one form that I'm sharing with you because you could do this, and you might find some incredible insights into this and some ways of realizing, recognizing the creative life that you are. And so here's a pen, a Sharpie pen that I use to doodle with. There are other pens that I use to doodle with too. I totally like the Micron pens. Micron, they come in all different thicknesses. Now, we're so creative. We can't have one pen. Why don't we just have one pen in 10 different thicknesses? No, no, no. We have to have thousands of pens. We can't have one chair. We can't have one chair. We have to have thousands of chairs. We can't have one car. Oh my God. No. We have to have so many cars. So much of everything. You know why? Because we are the creative force. We're not just a person living creatively. It's much bigger than that. So let's take a look at the poem that I downloaded. I downloaded Ron's poem. I hope you took one that you liked or something that it means something to you. And when I took this poem, I just saw the word creativity. You know, Ron has so many poems. Each one has to be penetrated. Each one has to be really listened to and looked at and heard and felt. So I had no idea what this poem would actually be saying, because look at this. Creativity, the endless cornucopia of creation, simply waits on our innocent attention and involuntary playfulness. That is doodling. That is cooking. That is doing the dishes. The endless cornucopia of creation simply waits for us to do the dishes, to put our innocent attention on the dishes and have playfulness with it. That is what it is. So I'm going to show you now, put it down here and move it down a little bit so we can show a little bit of doodling. And, you know, I really, really hope that you will try this, the doodling part of it. I really hope that you will. So first of all, I have to tell you the biggest thing you will ever have to have challenge yourself with is that you're going to look at the result, how it shows up the first time you doodle. If you've doodled a lot, not a problem. But anything you do, the first time, you're going to say it's not good enough. The mind is going to start going. Doodling is the best place to see your mind in action. There's so many things I want to tell you, because doodling, let's see here. Here, for example, there's the word cornucopia, playfulness. I don't have to use any words, or I can look up cornucopia on the internet and see what cornucopias look like and use those as inspiration. But you know what? I think I'll just try something like this. So cornucopia feels to me like it's going to be something that goes around. Oh, I like that. Notice, doodling and life is perfect everywhere it is. Wherever it begins and wherever it ends, it is perfect. This could stay just like this. Couldn't this stay just like this? Or it could go on to fill the page. Now, doodling and life have no preferences. They don't have a lot of good and bad. One thing that you might want to do is, you know how it says, slow down, you move too fast? Is try to slow down a little bit where you're going so that it has a chance to fulfill itself without your rush. Oh, I really like that. Is it done now? It's done now. Now, you have to ignore the mind. For example, say you drop the pen and it goes like that. Oh my God, look at that. I've ruined it. I've ruined it. Oh, please. You have not ruined it. Not at all. So, you know what? The first time I did this and I heard my mind, you can hear your mind when you're doodling because you're connecting with something deeper. And I looked at it and I thought, oh my God, I love this mistake. I began to love my mistake. I challenged the mind. I decided to make my mistake over and over again. It is not a mistake. So always be alert for anything that the mind is saying about what is happening. Now, as you do this, it's always done at any point. See, that could be done at any point, and it can go on till it's finished. It's like our life. At every single point, we are there with it. We are there, and it's beautiful right then. I know that sounds hard with all the suffering that goes on, but just consider that. And then, again, just the slowing down and the looking for whatever wants to happen. Once you pick, sometimes you can pick an element like a circle, and you could just do a whole bunch of circles, just all the way up. And you do this when you're on a conference call. Do this when you're listening to something, or do it if you can even do it when you're watching TV. Just it's just a pass time to pass the time, go beyond time, pass time. And, fill things in slowly. Take your time to fill it all in like that. This is very simple. Children love to do it. Maybe you want to stop it right there, maybe not. So this is what I'm asking you to do, to just give this a try. Now, if you do this, wherever you stop, wherever you finish with it, it could fill the whole paper. You could keep going. What fun is that? You can then take these and have them scanned on a computer into images, and take those images and take them to a printer, and they will make a book for you. So for Christmas, if you want to, do some poems or write some poems or put the poems you love the most from other poets or just words, and do something like this and create a book for your friends. And you will be sharing the creative force that we all are. Thank you. Bye.
Have said what you are. I am what I am. Your actions in my head. I am what I am. My head here in my hands. I am what I am. Something circling inside. I am what I am. I have no name for what circles so in one being. I am what I am. smokestacks. Inside the needle's eye, I am what I am. A turning night of stars, I am what I am. They keep turning so